Hello and welcome back to Queen's Witch the Conqueror. We have rebuilt our fort. We've rescued also Jeremiah last part. So now it's time to fix up a few things in the fort itself. Have you recovered from the injured mirelings? Of course. Those simple creatures were not difficult to evade, especially with my magical abilities. It also gave me an excellent chance to observe them. Their odd spirit and their lack of intelligence. Did they injure you? No, although it did bruise my knee on a stool when running through that ruined farmhouse. Their lack of intelligence? Don't let their human aspect fool you. They are almost entirely mindless. However, they are unnerving mimics. They imitate human behavior. Their utterances and actions sometimes lull human prey into a sense of complacency, giving the mirelings a chance to strike. Where did mirelings come from? Nobody knows. Suspicion is they are made by a mad Ariel mage. That does tend to be the way of things in Sacramentum. Yep, blame the Ariel. They're responsible for everything. They were made in the Ariel, but most of them migrated to the Ucat long before Haven came. The swamp suits them better. They prefer it for some reason. Okay. I wonder if we'll actually learn about that once we get into the Ariel area. Or maybe they aren't actually from the Ariel and that's just what people say. Who knows? Continues to chat with you, Jeremiah Bushwick. But he keeps being distracted by scrolls or jobs undone or weird theories that occur to him out of nowhere. Occasionally, you manage to keep him on track for a minute or two. Was there anything else to say here? Nope. We went through all those options. I have another question. You are the sage here. That is the job I volunteered for. It was necessary to get a berth on one of the first ships back to Haven. Yeah, you do not want to be here. That's why you keep running away. What is your job? Officially, I am a sage. I keep records, send out orders, maintain the history of the battalion. Occasionally trade with the simple Ukatish folk. I've been doubling as quartermaster since General Ajax can spare until General Ajax can spare a proper one. Fortunately, none of this takes long, so I can still spend time on my true work, which is to run away. Where might I meet some of these humble Ukatish folk? I mean, I already know this, but I'll ask anyway. Oh, they're everywhere, trudging through the mud and looking for things to be insulted by. Don't expect to work with them much, though. You are a prince, after all. They'll be scared of you. Probably your lot in life to learn most by speaking to the rich and powerful, who, of course, know very little. That's a little bit too real. Okay, I could use some supplies. You're a prince, though everything you are already using is far, far better than anything we have with our soldiers. Okay, well, a little bit of dialogue there that we didn't get last time, and some reading to do. Okay, a report on the Ukatish today. For all their dirt, mud, and seeming simplicity, the Ukatish are not poor. Their fine iron crafts sell well throughout Haven and the known lands. When Haven was in power, the Ukatish kept their independence by making sure a portion of their best weapons went to our empire. However, they have never forgotten the crimes committed against them. The Ukatish people are consumed with hatred and fear of outsiders. They never forgive a slight, no matter how old. The kings and queens of the Ukatish in the home warren feed and exploit this rage to keep control. When Haven was a force on Sacramentum, the Ukatish fought to keep us out of their lands. Haven's mages and trained soldiers easily defeated the Ukatish swamp runners and forced the swamps to be open for trade and travel. Travel and trade. The Ukatish hate and fear Haven, but not as much as they do the Vol or Ariel. You might be able to deal peacefully with the Ukatish, but they will be sensitive to any slight. I would not eat a mire boar. Thank you for that. Treaty of Vassalage between Haven and the Ukatish, year 457. Here is outlined the vassalage contract between the mighty Empire of Haven and the humble Ukatish, between King Kael of Haven and Queen Tria, the 37th of the Ucat. Haven declares that the Ukatish are a full vassal with all protections included. An attack on the Ukatish is an attack on us. Thieves and raiders in the Ucat are an offense to Haven and will be removed. The full trade between our powers is guaranteed. In return, the Ukatish grants Haven full movement in their territories and full consultation on any political matters. Land for 2 forts will be provided for Haven, and the Ukatish will protect the security of these lands. All crimes committed by Havenites will be judged by Havenites. Crimes with the Ukatish will be judged by Haven if Haven express a wish for this in a reasonable amount of time. This agreement will last as long as Haven and the Ucat exist as independent peoples, so agreed in sacred bond by both parties in the year 457. Okay. I'm not sure how important that is for us to know, but that is a very nice piece of history. I'm glad it was included here. Right, this is, my empty chest, because this is my bed. Shafina, we've already talked to you. You're making the meringue. Okay. So, what are we going to build? This is really what we're here for. This is why we wanted the fort. Okay, we'll put up a building here. We'll do this one as well. Now, okay, first of all, let's check our income. Okay, we'll leave it at Fort Muck. 4 wood, 3 stone, 2 iron, and 1 quicksilver, I think that is. 4, 3, 2, 1. Not much. No, we do not have enough for that. Okay. The apothecary. Gets us more gold. I haven't really had any issues with gold. Could upgrade the fort. I mean, we can afford it. Increases the resources gathered. Yeah, okay, let's just do that. And just like that, everything is now stone. Okay, so now if we look at our current earnings, instead of 4321, we are now looking at 6331. Okay. Which resources are upgraded might depend on the region, but definitely more resources overall is a good thing. So now with 6331, well, we're going to get a smithy. For sure. Because I seem to do metal weapons and armor, and that's really the only thing I actually care about, if I'm being honest. Why is this so low? Rather, why isn't it here? Oh, because I'm out of iron. Okay. The never-ending struggle. I suppose that's the other advantage here, is if I don't do anything, if I don't build anything now. I mean, we haven't had any trouble so far in this region. So maybe the smart play is to actually do nothing and allow our coffers to accumulate some iron before we spend it all and increase our upkeep. So I know I said I was going to just build stuff, but you know, I think I don't want to. Anything here? Well, if we have any quests, they'll appear on our map. Because we have the 2 foundries, well, the mine and the foundry, I suppose. We got this, which we haven't explored down to yet. There was a sign, I think, telling us not to go that way, which means that we will go that way, but maybe not right away. Let's do both of these. I think I'm in the mood for iron. I think that's something we need more of. Yeah, Kutish lands. Foundry, Clive, to the north. First of all, let's see if we can engage with this. Whoops. Okay, slime. And ice pudding. Oh no. So let's see how bad this is going to be. Okay. Also, I guess we could try out our new character here. You do have a bow, right? Of course you do. I switched over all of your gear. Alright. That stone isn't actually blocking anything, but... go with that. Okay, it just did cold damage, I guess, but... again, nothing here seems particularly threatening. Oh, the slime is bleeding. I was curious if that was possible. Apparently it is. Ukatesh strike causes bleeding. Right, and that's because of Fennec's passive here. Makes all of our attacks have, I think it's a 20% chance. I'll check again in a moment. Ensnared, oh no. Doesn't matter. Man, a lot of misses again. Okay, well that fight was basically nothing. We'll spend a single heal. Only move one space per turn. Okay. Cool. When the slimes have been sufficiently hacked, they fall apart. The oozes sink into the earth. They leave behind some gravel, a few rusty weapons, a couple skulls, and some gold coins. Okay. And yeah, we got some energy back. We should probably go back and recover it. Oops. Again, since we're so close, let's just do that. Haven report. Excellent. No risk of theft, but here we have a 15% chance of theft. However, okay, so then, right. Upkeep is done separately, which makes sense. Good, getting some iron. Okay, character skills. So what is this? All allies. A 10% chance to cause bleeding with their attacks, and I put 2 ranks in it. So yeah, 20%. Okay. Slimes stay dead. Cool. Foundry Clive. Oh, okay, it's just right here. Ukatesh workers. Are any of you not a worker? Zdenka. I mean, you probably are a worker, but you have a name, so you're more important. We'll talk to one of the workers. The Ukatesh workers smile and nod when you approach. However, they don't want to talk. They tell you to deal with Foreman Zdenka. Hello, Foreman. No, not hello, Foreman. Hello, descriptive text. You enter one of Haven's abandoned foundries. Soon, with your help, it can be smelting ore, belching smoke into the sky, and sending quality iron back to Fort Muck. There are even workers here. They are sitting by the nearby fire, eating a simple meal. They are waiting, though. They haven't gotten any work done. One of them, a young Ukatesh woman at the far end of the camp, waves at you. We'll try that again. You'll need to help us. You know, that is why we're here. There is a group of Ukatesh workers here, crusted with mud, camped on the outskirts of the foundry. They aren't soldiers, but some of them have been sure to bring their spears. When you approach, they rise. They must have been waiting for your arrival. Their foreman approaches. I am Zdenka. Welcome, Prince. This is Foundry Clive. It is still, by treaty, the property of Haven. What is the situation? We are ready to get to work. However, the barracks and foundry are still infested. Nothing we can handle. We'll need your help. Why are you here? We are of the Ik clan. Our chief sent us here. He wants us to work to provide iron for Haven. He sees advantage in this. She gives an uncaring little shrug as if to say, politics. Yeah, that is how a lot of people feel. The workers try to look uninterested, but they are listening to your response very intently. Yeah, sometimes that happens too. That's pretty funny. I'm glad to have you. I would have preferred Havenite workers. Oh, we're not going to say that. Well, wait here and try to clean yourself up. We're also not going to say that. No, I'm glad to have you. The Ukatesh looks surprised. Zdenka gives a little smile. We're good workers. You will see. We just need the monsters gone. What are you waiting for? No. Tell me about yourselves. We are ironworkers. The Ukatesh make the finest iron in the known lands. Our clan chief asked for volunteers to help the Havenites. We came. Oh, volunteers. Even better. Why did you come? Okay, I thought this was going to be the same, but it's a little bit different. Lord Ik sees advantage for our clan in dealing with Haven. He thinks he will bring wealth. If this happens, some of that wealth is now sure to go to our families. Yes, that is how this works. If he doesn't follow through with his promise, he will not be our lord much longer. That is also how that works, yes. Good. Okay, we are done. Done with this conversation. Alright, well. They're saying the barracks and was it the foundry are still infested? Zombie. Alright, 2 zombies, probably not worth buffing over. We'll have to see. If more of them come, I'll do a buff on the second round. Maybe I can just hit S. Ooh, a nimble zombie, dodging that attack. We're not gonna trust the AI to figure that out. Oh. And now we click. Is the zombie bleeding? I thought I saw bloodletting something, but... Oh, there are more down there, but they didn't see us. Oh, just one more? Walk one, okay. Vicious Strike, bleeding immune. Okay, that makes sense. You know, I am glad to see that they're immune to bleed, just because it wouldn't make sense. Okay, grab a little bit of wood and some coins. The wood is appreciated. Yes, that was a completely unnecessary fight I got myself into. And I probably mentioned this before, but like in general, the way that dungeons work in this game, you don't gain any experience for doing stuff aside from completing quests, so you kind of want to go straight for the boss and ignore all the side stuff. But it's just so ingrained in me to go for all the side stuff first and do the boss last that's what I do, which makes these runs a little bit harder than they need to be in terms of resource conservation. But, you know, I haven't found stuff to be too difficult yet. I mean, I guess that's not true. I had... Oh, whoops. I had some difficulty with... what was the Vole? Is that right? Yeah, in the Vole I was having some difficulty. Right, I left the screen and then they respawned and then I triggered them again. Why am I doing this? At this point... Okay, didn't see us. Let's not even bother, seriously. Those zombies do not matter, we already looted the chest. Let's start with this little building up here. Slimes are in the foundry. The door has been swollen by moisture. The entrance is completely sealed. Maybe a few workers can help to get it open. Warehouse to the north is sealed shut. Can you open it? Once we get to work, that will be the first thing we do. The monsters have to be cleaned out first. Okay. Henry Clive. Hey, free treasure. Do the sparkles mean this chest is empty? It's telling me, loot these ones. Okay, I'll grab some more wood. And some money. And no longer sparkling. I wonder. Huh. Cool. Starts to sparkle if I put something in there too. Giant slime. Those are some big slimes. You gotta look at the Foundry's main workshop. Now you know why this place hasn't been reclaimed. You see, between the smelters, 4 enormous slimes. They are clumped together, pulsing slowly. You wonder how you can fight them all at once. Then you notice that 4 thick tracks of slime lead away from the center of the hall. Interesting. So is this a puzzle? Or do I just fight? maybe I can lure them off. Let's go to here now. This is the barracks. I think. Yep, looks like it. It's gonna be undead in here or slime. Yes, undead. Okay. And slime. Ooh, quite a few. Okay, another zombie. Oh, not my wizard's turn yet. Wait. Yeah, I was like, is that a single target? But no. Being really conservative with my mana here when I probably don't need to be. But better safe than sorry, right? Just using one energy on every character. Because for a fight like this, if I happen to take... Okay, there we go. Say, if I happen to take a bunch of damage on somebody, I can always use a heal. Which will be my second energy. Hopefully we can take this thing down before it gets another hit. Well, at least it wasn't a crit. Oh. Got 2 energy back from that. Okay. Cool. Lots of money. Scroll of Might. Haven's Might. Powerfully hastes and blesses all allies within 6 spaces for 5 turns. Cool. Here you are. You get to feel like a Havenite. We share with our vassals. Oh, and this is going to be the other door, of course. And one more fight, maybe? No. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, we cleaned out the barracks, at the very least. Does not care. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, well, we kind of got you off on the side. Sheds, yeah, it's kind of what I figured was going to happen. Slowed. This is going to be a mess, isn't it? Make sure I'm in a position where I have line of sight to everybody, just in case it matters. Slow resisted. Okay, well. Shield shatter with that bow. 1, 2. Switch weapons and speed up. I really should be moving down so that we're not all clumped up like this. I don't want to move down with my priest, though. Oh, they are all coming. Okay. This was maybe not the way to do this. Spreading slime. How do we want to do this? Will my abilities do less damage? Well, if we fast faint, we can... We can do better. Slow, weaken, and confuse. Let's try it. Yeah, we spread out enough that we're not taking as much damage all around. That hits everybody. Evaded, of course. Oh. Oh, enemy slows. Whoops. I misinterpreted how the slow mechanic works. Either that or I let the AI do something stupid. Probably I let the AI do something stupid. Because if I do this... Oh no, I'm slowed. Okay. There, one down. Stepping away from the enemy is what causes the problem, not... Okay, switch. This will give us our shield. I guess we didn't have the shield on before. This is... Well, we're just going to do fast faint again, because we need to speed ourselves up. How much more energy do you have? We're definitely burning through it here. Great. I really feel like I did this fight wrong. Like there was a mechanic I was supposed to take advantage of that I haven't. Spreading slime, it can walk because there's none over here anymore. I'll fast faint again. Keep our abilities higher. We need to deal with a bunch of this stuff. Critical hit, those are going to kill us. That and the fact that our wizards are pretty much dead. Well, I say pretty much dead. They're both at full health. Okay, you're running away. That's good, I guess. We'll try it. Okay, well, the spreading slimes go down pretty quick, actually. The thing is, I don't want to focus on them because then it's really bad. Okay, we're using our consumables. They exist for a reason. We had a bunch of people that were poisoned. In fact, while we're at it, First of all, you should have your potions on your hotbar. If I want to get to you... See, I don't have AoE with you. So I would have to switch weapons and shoot. That feels like a waste of an action. What else am I going to do? Nice work, skeleton. These spreading slimes. That was not good. Okay, nice. You don't have a potion on you, do you? Of course not. Would be too convenient. Heal yourself. You have 2 action points left. We're probably going to go down in 1 attack anyway, so let's just do a healing rain. I cured everybody's poison. I think nobody was poisoned though, so it didn't really matter. Come on. Can't afford that. Critical's nice. Skeleton's doing good work. All you are at this point is a little bit of damage before you get taken out. Oh, nice. And I really burned through the mana on my mage this time around. And we don't want to keep doing this. We need to make progress in the getting towards the enemy sort of way. Scroll of Life. Could you guys pull in my fighters, please? That would be a lot more useful. I think this is hopeless. You're still at full health. Skeleton is MVP here. Weakness, weakness, slow. Okay, you're not. We'll just kill you. Okay, there we go. So now I'm just relying on my warrior's armor to see me through this. I was going to go for the attack, but I think... How little health do these things have? Well, it did give it an opportunity to shed again, unfortunately. Oh. Way too many misses. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Now you can't even get around there. Well, I think this is a loss. Not the right strategy. Okay, finally. We can't even fight the slime, we just have to run. You know what I should be doing, actually, is switching his weapon. That would make a lot more sense. Instead of trying to do melee hits. There we go. Damage you have taken overwhelms even the considerable magical protections Mother gave you. Same thing as before. And we're back home. Okay. Well, I wanted to talk anyway. Sutter's cheery voice emerges from the portal, instantly grating on your nerves. Nathan, I just got a report. You got through some wall somewhere and entered Ukatish lands. Nicely done. We need a report. What were the conditions of their defenses? How can I report to you? There were no soldiers on their battlements. Ah, that is useful. It speaks of disarray. We grew weak, so they grew complacent. They must still be fractious. That is good for us. Why is that good? Of course it's good. Why are we asking? Haven gains power easiest in lands that are divided. That is the usual state of affairs. The dirty folk who inhabit the Ukat are clannish, many small factions squabbling for scraps. A good opportunity. This is the usual state of affairs? There are a few states, like Haven, with strong central leaders and some stability. Most of the world is divided and confused. Easy pickings for the powerful. I don't worry about the morality of it. That is our sister's job. How is it an opportunity? Go in, ally with some clan, sign a treaty, help them smash everyone else. Your mother and sister can explain the finer details. You and I are the ones who go out and do the deed. Alright, I think that's enough. The other questions just seems like really dumb things to say, so I'm not gonna bother. You won't get a response. Sutter must have lost interest and walked off. Typical. I guess we're the same. We're related after all. Nothing happens, okay. Oh, Miranda wants to see me? Why? A soldier is chained up in Miranda's office with a sinking heart. You note that he is from Haven. Chief Miranda says, "This is Birch." Then she sighs. So what's the problem here? She says, "Birch here has been serving your Ukatish lands for several years. Then he decided to thank Haven for returning to Sacramentum by inciting a mutiny." Birch says, "I'll tell my story." Okay, talk, Birch. Birch stands up straight. "Thank you, Prince. While Haven was away, our commanders ran out of gold to pay us, yet we served loyally. Then, Haven returned, but they didn't bother to bring gold for us. Thus, we refused our orders. We want our pay. And so there is a mutiny. Yes, with respect. We have waited a long time. We fought back Ukat bandits and mirelings for years. Our back pay adds up to 100 gold coins, which I will distribute fairly. We want pay." What does the law say, Chief Miranda? If a prince was not here, the penalty would be death. General Ajax did the mutineers a great favor, giving you a chance to spare their lives. Mutinies are bad. I mean, Birch nods. It hurts us greatly to refuse our orders. We want justice. Miranda says, "I sympathize, but mutiny is the worst of crimes. You only need a little more patience." Okay, Miranda, why can't we pay them? "I can't control what your mother sends from Haven. I'm sure gold is coming. It's just not here yet. Troops and supplies were more important." The standard empty promises. "I have made a decision." First one I saw was this, and it's just like, wow. Birch stands at attention, sure that you'll give justice. Take Birch back and have him executed. Mutiny will not be tolerated. The back pay will be paid. Also, take Birch back and have him executed. Tell the mutineers they will be spared if they return to service. They will be paid when they are paid. Haven will pay its debts. The back pay will be paid. Release Birch. I feel like we're going to go with number 2, actually. Executed? I want him, like, flogged or something. But just because, yes, we'll pay them, but by breaking orders, we don't want to encourage this kind of behavior in the future. I don't really want to execute him, though. We'll do 4. Thank you, Prince. I admire your wisdom. We'll fight well for you. Miranda snorts quietly as he leaves. Some of us were actually loyal. Next time we get a resource update and have the money, 100 coins will be deducted. Okay. What's the status of the other 3 nations? Okay. You have managed to enter Ukatish lands. That is good. Talk to the chieftains, find if there is a faction Haven can put into power. If not, you will need to apply for us and get them to honor their contract with us. Stonehouse, any messages for me? Not at the moment. I have a job for you. I want all of the things. Give me a beverage, polish my equipment, clean my clothes, cut my hair. That is all. Thank you. Okay. Well. So do we want to change what we're doing with our characters? I feel like Fireball was not the right call. I feel like that's where I kind of dropped the ball. So let's try this again. Okay, well, if you're just going to be right there, I guess we'll just go straight into the fight. Oh, really? How did that miss? See, that's why I meant about line of sight. Well, that's just annoying. Everyone is off in the corners. Can I shoot from here? Causing bleeding. Unresisted, but it was slowed. Good. Baited. It's 2 misses in a row, isn't it? What are you doing? You're not even blessed. Of course you're not. Blessing is worn off. Okay. Back up. Don't know if I should be healing. Oh, what was that? Seriously, what are you guys doing? Ah. It's a wall, okay. Walk 4. Well, I think I just lost. Because now I'm going to get this thing's attention, which I did not want to do. Okay, it didn't see me. These ice puddings are really nasty. Something just occurred to me. Yeah, I used up my item and still lost the fight, so that's just gone. That's something to watch out for. Down 2 energy. That was not enough to get energy back. Okay, we'll finish off these zombies. I think we can get an energy out of this because this will give us 5 kills in total. We shouldn't take any damage here. Or at least not a significant amount of damage, I mean to say. Not an ideal position. We are taking a few hits. Yeah, that got us the energy. Yeah, you're back. I guess... No, you're still probably our best bet. Take out first. Shoot, we couldn't get far enough without it noticing us. Can we... Okay, good. Okay, good. That is what I wanted to see. I'm being a lot more strategic this time around. Okay, let's spread out. So that if it does a cone attack, it can hit 3 of us. Well, not the best positioning there. I'm gonna have... Okay, just hit... I'll just hit 1 because we evaded. No, we're still gonna take this a little bit more seriously. Even if it's just the 1. Oh, you get 2 turns in a row for some reason. Okay. Oof. And there's that kind of AoE. I was going to step there. Still am, because that's going to mess up your cone. Is 2 ice puddings the limit? Let's hope so. Okay, Giant's down. We'll take out this one first, because you have less defense. You're not going to move, though. Think. Okay, that's 2 ice puddings down. So in this position, turns remaining, yeah, there's no point in trying to keep going with this fight. No energy back. Might as well do that. Created. Of course. Really? 2 attacks in a row, huh? Whoops, no. That gives us a target for this. We're going to take that out right away. Not make the same mistake as last time. You know, I'd really like it if you'd stop missing. That would be great. Okay, crits. That's good. Let's do that. More of that. More of that, I said. Thing is, I want to keep that fast feint for the next fight so that I can be hasty. Oh, come on. Okay, it bled out. You have a lot of mana. I'm pretty sure I tested this before. We can only have 1 skeleton at a time. But these slimes, not that bad. Thank you, skeleton. Okay, if I end my fight... Still no energy back. gonna do this with no heals. Could have waited a turn on that to get the skeleton. Terror is probably immune, because it's a boss and it's a slime. It's mindless. I think it's mindless. Okay, hopefully that will confuse it, so that when it does its thing, it's going to target out that way, although it could just do the AoE around itself as well. That's fine. I was about to say, it goes a lot faster when you don't miss looking at its health bar, but of course, and then miss twice in a row. 25% extra damage, one shot, okay. Might not have needed it. Let's just get that thing done. Slow. Try. Fortunately, we're going to get our skeleton, but that's fine. Slow resisted. Not immune, but it is resistant. The thing about the spells on this wizard is that none of them seem to be that great, honestly. The skeleton's been really good. Maybe I should get the golem. That way I could have two summons at once, hopefully. Okay. Which is weird. I normally hate summons, but this game makes summons really good somehow. Still ensnared? Yep. Which means I can't actually move in. You're bleeding, that might finish you off. Nope. It's okay because Nathan doesn't have anything else he can target. Well, he could switch weapons, I suppose. You can also miss, that's the thing he can do. Oh, I could have just left it was bleeding again, whatever. The big foundry slimes have been destroyed. You are confident that your workers can rid this foundry of any pests that remain. Soon your colonies will have another source of precious Ukatish iron. Everybody gets a level up. So now, let's run around like fools when we have no resources left. Oh, it's just treasure. Okay. That's what I was hoping for. Opal symbol, +4 maximum health. Okay, Quicksilver, that's an obvious one. I mean, I guess we could give it to our mage. Healing and Blessing. Bleed resist. Physical armor. The tooltip doesn't pop up right now. 64, 62, 73, 82. Right, because they have that physical ability that increases their 24 monies. That'll help pay for those soldiers. Okay. So that was a little bit rough. Better gear probably would have helped, but you know, better tactics also made it quite... I mean, we did drain all of our energy except on our mage. So all in all, that wasn't terrible once I approached it a lot more carefully. Now, Foreman Zeneca stands quietly by. She doesn't really want to speak with you, but it's her job. Foundry is clear. Zeneca nods. The Ukatish begin picking up their tools. Thank you, Prince. Give us some time. When you return, we'll be turning ore and bog iron into proper ingots for you. The iron from here will be collected automatically every 2 days. Okay. Does that mean... I can't remember. Are our updates every day or every 2 days? Do you need more assistance? We have a job, we'll do it. Is this just open now? Yes, okay. Open and monster free. So what's the item that they didn't want us having access to right off the bat? 2 iron. Okay. Kind of makes sense. And does it look different? We go back in right away. People are kind of doing their thing. I know it's over an hour. I'm just going to be finishing up. What's going on here? The Yuktish workers smile and nod when we approach, however they don't want to talk until they do. Roman Zdenka. Okay, well, cool. Problem solved. And now if I go to the world map, wood and iron produced. It just says that it's produced, so I'm guessing that's every turn. Now let's go back to Fort Muck. In we go, get our heal. We've got a fun level that we can look at next time. I'm very excited about that, but I will leave it. Just while I'm thinking about it. Yep, current earnings is now up to 8, so I guess it is every 2 days that we get this. Well, this really has helped out our iron. I think I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do that other mission as well before I buy anything that's going to use up iron in terms of upkeep, and hope that we get another turn resource turnover so we can get just stockpile a little bit more before we get into it. So that's the plan for next time. I will see you then.